What's up out there, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. I hope you guys are doing well out there on this beautiful Monday. I'm doing well myself. I come across this story just over the weekend that took place just last week on Thursday. Two-part series, if you understand what I'm saying. Because the situation occurred thereafter the story that happened on Thursday, the next day, Friday. But to give you a little backup history on this situation, what all sparked it is on last Thursday morning, you had a young man by the name of Ryan Hinton. He's 18 years old. He's up here in the left-hand corner. And turns out that it is said or claimed that he was involved in a stolen car, okay? And the Cincinnati police actually chased the car down, and 4 occupants that were male got out and ran. For whatever reason, they targeted Ryan Hinton here, 18-year-old. And what took place after that was Ryan actually ran and he slipped, and the police claimed that they heard a clanking noise that hit the ground, which they said that was a gun. Ryan then ran behind dumpsters, okay, to gather himself, and then ran out from the dumpsters. And one of the officers, the Cincinnati police officers, claimed he had a gun, and he hollered, "Gun, gun," and they, gave fire, taking this young man's life. But there are some people that dispute that this actually happened. To this, that this young man even had a gun. Now the next day, as a result of that, his father, 38-year-old Rodney Hinton, here in the lower right-hand corner, that is alleged to have taken his car in a revenge killing after seeing a Cincinnati police officer that is said to be directing some sort of traffic or what have you, and aimed his vehicle towards the officer, striking him and allegedly killing him, okay? And what have you. So what I want us to do is check out a couple of video clips, and then we'll come back to the commentary. Check this out.
At these East Price Hill condos Thursday morning, Cincinnati officers tracked down a stolen vehicle.
As you know, we had a critical incident yesterday.
4 people get out and start running. In body cam footage released today, in just 6 seconds, police say 18-year-old Ryan Hinton aims his gun at officers.
He's got a gun!
Police shoot and kill him. Today on MLK Drive, a deputy is working traffic control for UC graduation when a driver crashes into him.
There is a connection between these 2 incidents. The driver of today's vehicle that struck a deputy has a family relationship with the 18-year-old that we shot yesterday.
Chief, is the person who hit the deputy the father of the person who was shot yesterday?
Yes.
Ryan Hinton's father, 38-year-old Rodney Hinton, is charged with aggravated murder in the deputy's death. He was taken to University Hospital in critical condition. Hours later, the Hamilton County Sheriff's deputy dies. The CPD homicide unit investigating both the death of the deputy killed today and the death of the 18-year-old shot by police.
I can assure you, as the chief of police for Cincinnati, I will ensure you transparency and a thorough and accurate investigation.
Next tonight, authorities in Ohio say the man who allegedly rammed his car into a sheriff's deputy, killing him, did so intentionally. The suspect appearing in court today is the father of an 18-year-old killed in an officer-involved shooting on Thursday. The suspect charged with aggravated murder. Here's ABC's Christiane Cordero.
Tonight, authorities say the shooting of an 18-year-old captured on police body cam is connected to the death of an Ohio deputy after that teen's father allegedly hit him with a car a day later. Prosecutors say the attack was calculated and premeditated. Cincinnati PD responding to reports of a stolen Kia at an apartment building Thursday morning. 4 suspects then fleeing police. Among them, 18-year-old Ryan Hinton. Body camera shows Hinton fall as he tries to run away. Police say they heard a metal clinking sound they believe was a gun.
He's got a gun! He's got a gun! On your right! On your right! He's got a gun!
As Hinton emerges from behind a dumpster, authorities say another officer firing 4 or 5 shots.
The officer says that he saw the suspect point the firearm at him.
Yes.
Just 6 seconds passed between when police arrived and gunshots rang out. Officials say they tried administering medical aid. Hinton was struck twice and died. Investigators saying this gun was recovered from the scene allegedly found in Hinton's possession. On Friday, a day after that shooting and 2 hours after the Hinton family reviewed the body camera footage, according to the family's lawyer, a driver crashing a car into a Hamilton County deputy directing traffic near a commencement ceremony, killing him. The suspect, authorities say, is Ryan Hinton's father, Rodney Hinton Jr. Hinton's attorney calling the officer's death a horrific tragedy. At his first court appearance today, Hinton walked through a room packed with law enforcement. He's now charged with aggravated murder. With the Hamilton County Sheriff says the deputy's death was a tremendous loss. Hinton Jr. is currently being held on no bail, his bond hearing scheduled for Tuesday. Whit.
Christian Cordero, thank you.
What a damn shame. Condolences to the father for his loss of his son there. One thing I noticed was that the gun that they alleged that the young man had, Ryan Hinton here, was something like a Glock, looked like a Glock 9 maybe with an extended clip. And I also noticed the gun basically that, the police were carrying had extended clips, This is just a scenario of mine, you know what I'm saying? But what's the chances of both of those guns having extended clips? Of course it's possible, what have you, yeah. But I'm gonna say this, it's too bad this young man, made the choice to be, involved with riding in a stolen car. That's if he even knew it was stolen. There's a good chance that he didn't know it was stolen, But they claim that he basically turned and pointed a gun towards them. I really, really don't believe that. I honestly don't believe that. But nevertheless, this is what they say. This did not go over well with the father. Hearing about a situation like this that took place with his son and then coming to find out it's true. You see what I'm saying? This is all circumstantial evidence as far as I'm concerned. With them claiming that this is actually a revenge killing on one of the deputies that had nothing to do with the case, period. You can't really say, okay, the father was so angry and distraught that he took out a revenge killing on one of the deputies. It could have been an accident, a straight up coincidental accident that this happened. But nevertheless, you had the prosecutors claim that Mr. Hinton, Rodney Hinton here, actually did this on purpose to get even with the Cincinnati Police Department for taking the life of his son. That's something that you really, really have to work hard to prove, as far as I'm concerned. Of course he's going to be angry. Of course he's going to be distraught from the death of his child. But you really have to prove that this was premeditated or what have you. You just seen this officer right here, and decide to use his car as a weapon to take this man's life. It could have been a straight up accident. Now, as a result of this, there are people on GoFundMe that is raising money, for this man's defense right here. This is not going over well with the Cincinnati Police Department. What they're doing is actually slamming, them actually raising money, to GoFundMe for this man's defense, But I'll say this right here as well. Look, any excuse will do. I'm talking to some of these, the brothers and sisters out here, don't engage in anything that's illegal activity, because with a lot of these police, any excuse will do, as it did in this particular situation right here. This young man's life was just taken, And when they holler that gun stuff, hey, that right there is the cue for the, hey, fire. Ask questions later. And that's just what it is. But far as the father is, you know, he's concerned in this matter, this has to be proven that he actually premeditated or whatever and took this deputy's life, you know. So if he says he's not guilty, they're going to go to court about this. But wow, it seems like to me with the media, you know, of course the police department, they already got this man convicted. You know, they already got him convicted. And I've seen the prosecutor, and he happens to be black, and I'm so-called black, and he sounds every bit like, you know, as though he was of the other color. This man right here in his eyes is guilty. And that's just what it is. That's all I got on this one right here, people. I want you guys to tell me what you think about this particular story right here. I'm interested in hearing your thoughts on it in the comment section. That's if you can comment. Make sure to like, share the video, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched, simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.